just starting with your heels together. I just want to start right off the bat with shaking out the trash, right? Shaking and taking out the trash. So, but first we're just gonna bring the heels together, toes slightly apart, hands to low belly. Take a nice deep breath, relax your shoulders, and bring to your mind your intention for your practice. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring forward with your yoga? How do you want to feel, look? And what do you want to see happen unfolding in your life, in the world? So just bring all those images into your mind and making a positive statement to yourself. Great. And then we'll just step the feet apart. And then we'll take one of these, huh, huh, and then begin to shake it out. So having that huh is important, and they do this because you're like releasing, it's just like this release from the solar plexus. So this energy center, solar plexus, it's where we often go very hard. As we're holding on to stuff, right? Garbage, emotional, anger, fear, all that stuff. So what we want to do here is just shake and intentionally let go of whatever garbage that we picked up this week and that has been unconsciously influencing us. So it doesn't matter if you remember what it is, but that's the beauty of Qigong, is just we can shake it off, regardless of whether we know what it is or not. Just with our intention, with our breath, with our movement. And then they have this really cute movement, they call it trembling horse. You kind of go to the side like this. Let everything jiggle in your arms and legs and torso. Whew. And then we bring our feet all the way together and we do this wonderful pound, pound, pound with the heels. And when you pound your heels, you're going to feel it in your bones. It's going to reverberate through all the bones. And here we're releasing this bad chi, they call it, stagnant energy, from the bones itself. Great. Whew. Feet apart, Wu Wei, just holding that, just feeling the emptiness of that. You're sitting back in your kangaroo tail. Tongue is to the palate. Great. Exhale, stroke it down. So I hope that already, even just from the shaking, you can start to feel some of the movement of the chi movement in your body. So now we're going to do the self-massage. So we're going to start right here on the shoulders nest, they call it. This little dip right here. And you can either pound it with your knuckles or slap with the palm of your hand, however you like for your massage. I use a combination of both. Then we go the armpit itself, and then down the inner arm. Turn, hand over, come up the back, and pounding on the shoulder. This is gallbladder 20, right here at the shoulder, where you keep your pet rock. And then the other side. And the armpit. Do you guys remember pet rocks? I'm showing my age. Down the inner arm. Up the back. And then the shoulder, pet rock. Then way up the back, as far up as you can get your hands, start tapping in that point, however far it is. And then all the way down the back. And then down the back of the legs, tap, tap, tap. Up the inside. And then up the torso. So, you know, this is the next best thing to go into the massage therapist, right? Shoulders nest. Armpit. It's cheaper. Down the inner arm and up the back, shoulder, really breaking up the stagnation in the top of the shoulder, and other side. Yeah, I like how you guys are mirroring me. It's easier that way. Armpit, down the inner arm, up the back, shoulder, gallbladder 20, then high as you can go, high as you can reach on your back, and then coming down. And then as I come down, you see how I can curve my spine, and it makes those points more accessible. Down the back. Okay, last circuit. Up the inner leg, up the torso. Last circuit. Armpit. So there's the acupuncture point, the heart number 1, that's right in the armpit. And then it's the heart and the pericardium meridians come down the inner arm. And then up the back. And other side. Armpit. If you ever go to one of those Chinese spas for massage, you know, you can get a certain kind of massage. They're just going to tap you. They're just going to pound and tap you the whole way. Feels really good. Down the back, up the inside. Good. And then just smooth around. So we're kind of making little figure eights now around our hips. And this they call the belt channels or the daimai. Okay, feet apart. And encircling the tree. Please close your eyes and just feel through your body. And it's very likely you're going to have a lovely feeling of, I don't know, this kind of effervescence, sparkly. You feel everything running from that meridian massage. Good. Exhale, press it down. And let's just come to sitting without any kind of fancy transitions. We'll just come right into sitting. If you have your essential oil, you can put a little just under or around your nose. And we're just going to do a little bit of what they call Nadi Shodhana, and I'm going to talk you through. So just listen to my prompts, and this is just going to be brief. So closing off the left nostril, inhale through the right, hold it, exhale through the left, and hold. Inhale left, Hold. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Hold. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. And hold. And then just bring your hand down, the palms down on the knees. Index finger can be curled in all the way to the root of the thumb or touching the tip of the thumb, either way. Tongue to palate. Relaxing the low belly, relaxing the jaw. Great. Let's find these 2 points right underneath the clavicle. Tiny bit more massage. Tapping these points, kidney 27. Spleen 21. See, the self-massage doesn't have to take a long time, but if we do it every day, we start to feel the difference when we miss it. That's the case for me anyway. And then sternum, tapping the sternum, stimulating the thymus gland. One hand on the navel, 2 fingers come above and below the lip and rub those 2 points. Connecting the conception vessel with the governing vessel, which corresponds to the Sushumna, the central channel in the yoga tradition. Great. Exhale, release that. Let's take the hands on the hips and start to nod the head forward and back. And then taking it side to side, shoulder to shoulder. And massaging the points can just take us right in to our energy field, our energy body. Good. And rolling the head, rolling the neck. Other way. Good, looking up. Hands come to the shoulders. And taking this around. So the elbows come together. And then you take them as far back as you can. So it's like we have wings and we want to create as large a circle as possible with our wings. Now I got some crunchies going on. I don't know if you guys do. But I'm just going to keep going. And let's go the other way. Yeah, I've got one crunchy shoulder. Perfect. Let's release that and take our side bend to the left. And we can slightly roll the navel up to the sky so we get into a honest side bend as opposed to kind of folding forward and doing kind of a semi-forward bend. Good, other way. Slightly open twist toward the ceiling. Good, bring it up. Okay, clasping the wrists. So we're just holding onto our two wrists. And then we want to pull. So I know this is real deep into shoulders, so just go real gentle if you're challenged in that area. Just going from side to side. You can turn your head to look, because I'm feeling a nice release in my neck when I do it that way. Just working at your own pace, gently. Wow, release. Let's just sit for a moment, feeling the after effects. Tongue to palate. Great. And then let's do these wrists. So making the fists and then taking these wrists around. And the other way. Great. Okay, I think we're ready to lie down for our extended warm-up today, because it's Sunday, so we're being super nice to ourselves. And what better way to be nice than to do windshield wipers? So just let your feet stand and then let that inner thigh, that thigh fall down onto the midline. Whoo! As you rock. So just saying hello. On my body, this says a very strong hello to my lower back, SI joints, great. Hug your knees. Oof. And so not being too upset if they don't go in very far, or too elated if they go in all the way. But mine are feeling pretty, a little bit tight at the moment, but I'm just going to relax here. I'm going to relax my lower back and see if I can lengthen the back of my neck. Just feeling the energy body. I'm actually keeping my eyes closed for these warm-ups. You can do whatever you like, open or close. I guess you have to open it because you have to see what I'm doing, huh? Okay, let's extend the left leg. I'm going to mirror you. Left leg up, right leg is standing, and ankle circle. And then the other way. Good. Hug that knee in, just the knee, and just a little flex and point with that foot. So it's kind of like a little flap. We're flapping. And then change legs. So left leg comes up and nice big ankle circle. And other way. And then hugging the knee and flap. Someone's got a horn tooting. Whew, that warms up the good old tibialis anterior. Let's hug the knees again. This time have the knees apart. See if you can keep your tongue up on your palate. As we circle the knees. Nice big circle here in the thigh heads. Good. Other way. Nice. Both legs come up, both arms come up overhead. Or you can take your arms out to the side if you prefer, little scissor. Okay, so just because it's Sunday doesn't mean that we get to get out of any kind of core abdominal activation, right? I love working in the abs because they're integrators. You know, they're integrating our upper and lower body. A lot of people have kind of like this kind of disintegration in their movement pattern in their upper to lower body. And so these moves kind of save us in that way. Good, let's bend the knees and touch the toe. Navel keeps working back and in. Navel's down, lower back is down. And then toes come together, knees apart, little touch. When you bring it up, see if you can make your belly go hollow. One more. Good. Bring both feet come to standing. Gentle bridge. Roll it up. And hold at the top. So just squeeze your glutes. Press your tailbone up. You can walk your shoulders underneath you a little bit. This is just countering the ab work. And then roll it down. And at your own pace, go ahead, do a few rolls. Dynamic. Rounding the spine as you peel each vertebra off the floor on the way up, and then lying it down one vertebra at a time as you go down. You press into the heels on the way up. There's a moment where there's a nice hollow in the belly. And then roll it down. Last one, holding at the top again. Go into whatever you consider to be your maximum. You can gently grab the sides of your heels if you like. Pressing the heels in the floor as you drive the tailbone up. Wow, feels good. And then rolling down. Does it feel good for anyone else?
Oh yeah.
Great. Okay, pull your heels in close to your pelvis, and then just take this little spinal twist with the knees together, feet drawn all the way in. Doesn't matter which way you go. And then when you're ready, change sides. Excellent. Okay, let's come up. Let's take Supta Baddha Konasana, preparing ourselves for our next transition in a moment. Tongue to palate. And another little Qigong secret is you can just gently lift the corners of your mouth. And they call this the inner smile. And even if we don't really feel like smiling, there's something physiological that happens when you just lift the corners of your mouth. Your brain thinks that you're happy, and then you start feeling happy. But there's this Taoist practice that they call the inner smile, where they smile to all the organs. And it's a pretty cool practice. Okay, let's bring the feet to standing. We're ready to actually get up. So hands under the knees and rolling up. As we're coming up, if you're able to just place your hands behind, so we're still in that same position essentially as that little twist. See if you can roll over your toes. And we'll do this angel, Thai angel pose. I'm going to start calling this Thai Deva.
The floor exercises were so relaxing.
Yay. And then coming up. Yeah, I really like to take it easy on Sundays and just kind of have some type of qualitative difference between the days. Because who wants to work hard on Sunday, right? Okay, here we go. So we're still getting warmed up. We could go on like this for hours. Swing and tap, knocking the door of life. So tapping, gate of life. So see, you guys already know a ton of secrets, you know, about the gate of life. And, you know, a lot of special points. And now we did the inner smile, so it's a lot of tools right there. Go ahead, look over your shoulder. That will increase the twist. And now tapping shoulders nest and Ming Men. And unwinding. So yeah, we used to do that literally for like 15 minutes or more. Woo, in my old Qigong class. So let's holding the space, Wu Wei, tongue to palate. You can take your inner smile if you like. Smiling down to the whole body. Exhale, pressing the chi down. Okay, this movement is called parting the clouds. So all that's going to happen, you just please mirror me, because the only mirror image would be my head turning. Otherwise, it's symmetrical. But all we're doing is we're scooping down, we're gathering chi, and then we're opening, we're parting the big dark cloud that is over the head. So if you don't have any dark clouds over your head, congratulations, and then you can just part empty space. But it's just a slow, continuous Qigong movement. And it really addresses these upper arm, these meridians going through the arms, shoulders. And it lifts the Qi. So it really is, it is given for depression. But just a really nice, continuous, full body movement. As we're scooping the Qi from the bottom, the knees bend, and then as we part the cloud, the knees straighten. Okay, 2 more. Last one. Good, and hold. Wu Wei. Noticing, feeling anything percolating through you. Exhale, press it down. And throwing the water. And you just let it release with weight. Gentle twist, gentle upper body twist. Great. Let's separate the feet wide. Look to the right and circling that right arm. Left arm can come behind the back. I'm sorry, circling the left arm. That was my mistake. Up and over the top, and now circling whatever arm you didn't circle last time. Great. Nice big wide stance. Tongue to palate, just feel your energy body. It's hopefully getting more volume turned up by now. Hopefully you can feel it. Exhale, pressing it down, feet together. Interlace the fingers and coming up, turning the palms inside out for this beautiful standing side bend. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, other way. Inhale up, open the arms. And we get to still do the knee circles. Even on Sunday. So feet together, knees together, and sinking low. And other way. Whoo! This warms up the legs for sure. If your knees are going to pop, let them pop. Or even your ankle maybe. Wow. And hanging. Forward fold. Rolling up, inhale. Gather space, gather the sky, exhale, pull it down and in. Feet together, and we do the Charleston. And going the other way. Wow, really works the legs, doesn't it? Forward fold. Let your forward bend come in any way. If you like your legs wide, if you like them narrow. You just need to hang here for a moment. Good, bend the knees, tuck the chin, roll it up. Arms back and behind, exhale, pull down. Separate the feet, hold the space. Tongue to palate. And little smile. Exhale, pressing down. Okay, so let's practice our forward bends. So we're going to do 2 roll downs, 2 dive downs, and then we're going to dive down, roll up. Okay? So that was the Reader's Digest version. Okay? Just so you know what's coming. Okay? So we're going to tuck the chin, roll down. So each dinosaur bone of the spine gets articulated. Go all the way down to whatever's your maximum with straight legs and rolling up. Again, tuck the chin, roll down. Rolling up. Actually, let's do one more. Tuck the chin. Bring the chin all the way in and then roll. Really round your spine. And coming up. Arms out. Heart open, throat open, dive. Completely different quality. And flat back comes up. So this is just so we can differentiate There's really different ways to get to the same destination, right? Forward fold, that's a destination, but we're coming up now with flat back. One more. Diving. Throat is open, heart is open. Okay, now it's going to be the combination. Here we go. We're going to dive forward, dive, dive, dive. And then bend the knees, tuck the chin, rolling up. This is where we get our wave. Dive. Tuck and roll. See that beautiful wave the spine is making? Dive. Roll. One more. Dive. And roll. Great. Okay, I just had to peek to see what was going on. It looks good, you guys. Bring the feet wide. Does everybody have a chair?
Yeah.
Yes. Kristen, do you have a chair?
I messed up on you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're going to get our chair next. We're just going to do one short horsey thing. Okay, arms out, because we've never done this before. This is like a really basic Qigong. Okay, so we're in horse. We're going to take this left hand over, and we're going to pull the arrow. Release. Yeah, and then the other side. It's tracing the lung meridian. Pull the arrow. One more. Last one. Great. Parallel the feet, forward fold. We just had to do that to, you know, we can now say that we did horse today, right? So forward fold, just let the head hang. Good. Heels turn in, toes turn out, hands atop the feet, tracing up the leg, coming up. Inhale. Gather the chi, gather heaven, stars, sun, moon, bring it all down in the body. Stepping the feet together, hold it. Tongue to palate, tiny little smile. Great. And release the hands down. Let's get our chair. So, and it's best that if you can have all four legs of your chair on your mat. And then we're just going to start out coming on the hands and knees. So this is pretty strong. If you haven't done this with me before, this is strong for your shoulders. So just go cautiously, okay? But this is one of the best ways to really get into those shoulders. So prayer and the chest and the upper back. So it's a prayer pose on the chair. You can have your hands up. You know, your body's going to let you know how far you can go in. So you might just be here, or you might be able to take your head through. And once you get into your prayer pose, just breathe, and you can make these little slight, kind of like we're doing a cat with the spine. It's a very big tricep stretch too. Whoa. Great. And just coming out of there, we can just sit back, sitting on our heels for a moment. How'd that go? Was that okay, Kristen?
It's challenging and it's good.
Okay, it's intense. It's intense. So that's why I said, we just go cautiously. But these little positions are good to know, to work into. Okay, let's come to this chair dog. And this is really the reason that I wanted to get out the chair, because this is the easiest, most fun place to feel this wave-like motion in the spine. So all that's going to happen is we're going to tuck the chin just like when we were standing, and we're going to come through into this, it's kind of an upward dog on the chair. Yeah. And then pull back. So we're going to tuck the chin round the upper back. So there's a moment we're going to feel like we're a humpback whale. Then the hips come down and the head will come up. Knees may or may not straighten all the way. Yes. And then exhale, pull back. So this is easier than doing upward to downward dog on the floor. But it has all the benefits and gives really good feelings. Feeling the flow in the body, flow and freedom. Keep going. Does anyone have any trouble with this?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's the kind of pose that you just, it's hard not to like. And this is, by the way, this is one that I do, like, I don't know, if I will go to the park, and I'm feeling stiff, I'll just, go to the picnic table and do this. Or like if I'm out for a run. Because it's pretty easy to find some kind of a ledge, even if you're outside. Okay, last one. Okay, here we go. Next transition, we're going to take that left foot step. If you're mirroring me, it's going to be your left foot step. So some people might want to hold the back of the chair. If your chair has arms, you can hold it. And then you just take the chin up. So this is essentially a lunge. Okay, yes. Lunge, which is the queen of the asanas, whereas the squat is the king. We didn't squat today. But that's okay because we're lunging. Exhale, take it back. Dog. One wave, we'll do one wave before we do the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, right foot, step. Yeah, just do your other foot, whatever one you didn't do. I'm trying to mirror you guys. And head goes back. If you can, if it's too much for your neck to take your head back, then just take your shoulders back, lift your heart, keep your head long and tall. Great. Stepping back. This is good. down to the knees, we're just going to take this left hand, or whatever hand's closest to your device, windmill it around and go for your heel. The other arm is going to extend up. Pressing your hips forward. Pressing your tailbone forward. So half a camel, half Ustrasana. Good. Windmill it back up. And other side. Now it's going to be the arm farthest from the device. Windmills makes a big circle. Take it back to the heel. Other arm extend up. You do not have to take your head back. You can turn it to the side, but I do want you to press your sacrum forward. Good. And bring it up. Let's take child pose. And coming up. And then little spinal twist. So we're just kneeling and taking a little spinal twist. And going the other way. Okay, last fun thing we'll do on a chair, or next to the last actually. Okay, so this is also fairly strong for the shoulders, so take it easy, okay? Go super, super gentle, conservative with yourself. So it could just be like half of what I'm going to do. But we're going to press up. Actually, maybe it's not that bad. It's like a tabletop, only we're using the chair. If you want, you can take your head back. And then we'll sit down and just extend the legs, take the chin down as if we're in Dandasana on the floor. Good. And then again, lifting up. And sit. Great. Sitting all the way back in your chair. Spinal twist. So all we're going to do is we're going to reach across the body, and I'm grabbing the seat of the chair. I'm lifting my heart, and I'm using the back of the chair as leverage to push forward. And I can kind of, using leverage or leverage, as one of my teachers used to call it, can really crank your spine around.
Were they Kiwi?
They were from South Africa, with many years living in London. But we had leverage, right? Let's go the other way. Lifting the heart, pressing the hand. Woo! Leverage. So really, you can apply that principle to all the poses, because every pose is going to have some secret. Secret mechanics to kind of pry it open, you know, as it were. Whew. Let's just sit in the chair for a moment. Very radical act of merely sitting in a chair. Unheard of, really. But let's just neutralize here, sitting in the chair. Yeah, something modern society never lets you do is just sit and be quiet. But we can do it on our own. Okay, you guys, let's come back to lying down. But to get to lying down, okay, let's do it formally. We're going to be, just get so you're long wise so you can lie down on your mat. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, take this beautiful squat down all the way. Or if you cannot go down all the way, go to however you can. And then we just take the hands behind and sit down. Coming back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Now, if you guys have bricks or a very firm cushion, hopefully you have it on hand. I know you guys just never know what you're going to need when you come to class, right? Let's stay on the feet. Let's do one more round of windshield wiper. And then feet go to standing. Let's extend the right leg on the floor. Left leg goes straight up in the air. And let's do these beautiful rotations, okay? To kind of end the work, the working segment of the class. Because after this one, we're going to go into a restorative. But it's just a nice big circle. If you can do it with your legs straight, all the better. If your leg's not completely straight, it's no tragedy. We just do the best we can, and then we take it the other way. Tongue to palate, breathing through the nose. Tongue to palate is that lock that keeps your conception and governing vessel hooked up. It's a circuit hookup. Great. Last one, changing legs. Whew, that's quite a bit of work. Big circles. So the Jiva Bandha, that's another one of these yogic secrets that you can use just when you're walking around life to keep your energy level up. Whew. Okay, change directions. Big churning. Last one. Wow. Okay, Supta Baddha Konasana, let's neutralize. Pulling the heels all the way up and into the groin. Hands to the low belly. tongue to palate. And feel your energy body. Feel it. It's just like this huge. What is it? It's a fountain that's coming all around your body. Okay, last move. So feet come to standing. If you have bricks, this is what I have in mind. Now you can use one brick. It's going to go right underneath your sacrum, or you can use two. I am using two on the low setting of the brick. If you only have one brick, you could use one brick medium setting, maybe. It kind of just depends on the dimensions of your bricks and what you consider to be relaxing, okay? Because what I want to focus on here is we're just resting, but we're resting in a supported back bend. So we prepared for this at the beginning of class and throughout the whole class. But your sacrum, it's just this beautiful flat bone. It's a perfect place to put a brick underneath. Now if you don't have a brick, you could use a firm cushion, or even a very fat book. You know, if you don't have yoga blocks and you like this sort of thing that we're doing, you might want to look into it. I mean, I literally saw them at the dollar store, you guys. So, you know, Amazon, eBay, you know, I don't know if you like to go to those other stores. Okay, so if you are resting on bricks or pillows and you want to go on to a variation, we can take the left leg up. It's kind of working toward kind of a shoulder stand. It's really more of a Viparita Karani. And changing legs. And then as an option, if you wish, if you want to take up both legs, the tummy should be relatively, you know, parallel to the floor, so your chest is forming a little back bend. Good, and then just bring it down. Let's remove the bricks. Whew. We'll neutralize for just a second, and then we'll do a spinal twist, and then we're done. Right leg extends, left foot to right knee. Take it across the body. Extending that left arm, opening the chest. Back to the back and change. Really extending that opposite arm. Excellent, you guys. It's been amazing. So let's just do Shavasana now. So letting yourself lie flat on your back. And you can roll your palms upward to the sky. And relaxing your jaw. Relaxing your eyes. Feeling the weight of your bones. Letting yourself have the experience of your body almost as if from the outside. Looking at it with your inner eye. And feeling how expanded it is. And then just knowing that you're assimilating all those postures, all those movements that have created shifts in your energy body. And those shifts are building your new upgraded physical body. You know the changes are happening because you can feel it. And the yogis, ancient yogis, knew the spiritual science to engineer perfectly healthy, perfectly balanced body. you're feeling ready, go ahead and roll onto the right side. And coming up to a seated posture. And bringing the hands together at the heart, we'll dedicate the practice to just the cosmic awakening of all beings and the upliftment of the earth and beings of the earth. And we'll dedicate it with one round of Om.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.